Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Now this is going to be a short one, but basically I wanted to talk about a TikTok that I was recently sent from a patron. Now I will warn you, it is somewhat graphic. It's not an easy watch if you love leopard geckos like me. The animal is slightly in distress, but that's because a rescue is helping it out far more than its previous owners clearly did. I am joined today with Diego. He won't react to this, he will just sit here and look pretty. But let's take a look at this, and this video comes from Be Wild Reptile Rescue.
While it may be hard to tell, there is actually a leopard gecko under all of that shed. This is Cinna, and he was surrendered yesterday. Cinna's condition is likely due to both low humidity and hypovitaminosis A.
So that's actually an interesting thing about leopard geckos. A lot of people worry about the humidity being too high, like they avoid using substrates because of this. And of course, we don't want them to be constantly exposed to high humidity and stagnant air. That's when you're going to run into problems. But in the wild, they actually, when they're about to shed, they go and burrow, or they seek out crevices and that are higher in humidity to aid with shedding,
which is a vitamin A deficiency. Hypo A causes the mucosa to keratinize, leading to a buildup of cellular material around the eyes, resulting in retained shed and infection.
Do you know, I've made videos about what vitamins and minerals leopard geckos need and what they all do, because some people just think they need calcium and vitamin D3, and someone once told me I need to stop making these videos because it overcomplicates things and puts people off getting a gecko. If you can't get your head around the fact that a gecko needs more than calcium and D3, you shouldn't get a gecko. This is the stuff you should know before getting your gecko, because things like this can happen, and this is why I waffle on about it all the time.
This cellular material will also travel to the mouth through ducts, so these cases often suffer from stomatitis, also known as mouth rot. After removing a lot of that stuck shed, we used a sterile eye wash to soften that cellular material, and this is where things get pretty crazy.
Wow, okay, I had to pause it there. That is graphic. You know, it's so important to keep on top of removing stuck shed. If your gecko does start to retain those eye caps, please see a vet. Get them removed. You do not want the gecko's eyes to build up like this. Like, its head is like deformed because of this. If you want to see healthy eyes on a gecko, Diego has some lovely sparkling eyes here. If you want to look at Minnie's eyes, so if you're aware of Minnie, she is my second eldest gecko. She is 15. She was born or hatched with a deformed eye, so she's always had problems with stuck shed, getting stuck on it after almost every shed. Luckily, it's usually retained around the eyelids as well, so I'm able to actually get the whole thing out in one go. So it's been 15 years of making sure that eye is kept clear so nothing like this happens. And they don't shed that frequently. Like, it's not really that taxing to keep on top of it. And obviously, her eye, this is not a healthy eye. This is a deformed eye by nature, by development in the egg. But what we're seeing on the screen right now is what was once perfect eyes deformed by neglect.
This process is called debridement, and while we've worked with a lot of Hypo A leopard geckos, we've never seen anything like this. We don't even have time to show you in this video all of the stuff we removed from his eyes. This poor gecko likely hasn't been able to see for months, and his strange head shape is actually due to all of the debris stuck in there and the fact that it's likely resulted in a pretty severe sinus infection.
Do you ever just see things and think, some people do not deserve pets? This poor gecko. My goodness, like, I feel like you guys have the same feelings as me here. Like, this sort of stuff just makes you angry, but it's good to raise awareness about this. So hopefully maybe something like this would scare people into thinking, no, I do actually need to do my research. I do not want to see my gecko in that position.
The saddest part is that this can be easily prevented. All it takes is the regular use of a multivitamin powder. The insects commonly fed in captivity have no vitamin A. So if you don't provide your leopard gecko with a vitamin A supplement, they are going to get a vitamin A deficiency.
Thank you. This is what I've been waffling on about for the past 10 years. You'd be surprised how many people still contact me unaware that they're providing the incorrect supplements to their geckos. I feel like this is almost part of my mission and my identity to waffle on about vitamins and minerals, but it's so important. And if you want to know what I use, I'll link that video in the description below.
Just make sure that when you're choosing your multivitamin, to find one that has pre-formed vitamin A and not beta-carotene. It's also really important to provide your leopard gecko with a humid hide to assist during the shedding process. I decided not to show this part on camera, but he did also have sperm plugs that needed to be removed, which we do commonly see with male leopard geckos that have a lot of stuck shed.
I have two males, obviously Diego here and Maui, and I've actually never had to deal with sperm plugs, thankfully, so I can't really give advice on that, but if you are ever concerned, please see a vet about it.
We started off by giving him subcutaneous fluids to help with hydration. Then we gave him a vitamin A powder mixed with water. We've got an appointment booked at our vet's and we'll be getting him started on antibiotics and anti-inflammatories. We also applied some SSD cream to his toes and some BNP ointment to his eyes. If you'd like to donate towards our rescue, check out the links in our bio. We'd like to thank Spider Robotics for donating a Herpstat 6 to our auction earlier this year. They make super safe, effective products, and we're actually saving up to switch over to their thermostats.
Wow, my goodness, that was a lot. It's honestly, it just breaks my heart to see an animal like this, because one thing that really frustrates me is it has never been so easy to get information, right? So when I was learning about leopard geckos, I had to buy books. There was very limited information online. The reptile shops weren't handing out the best information, and I was just incredibly fortunate that I found a decent breeder with some great information. Nowadays, it is so easy to find out good information that it infuriates me that people are still getting pets and doing things completely wrong. I'm very thankful that Be Wild Reptile Rescue has helped this gecko. I will leave their links below. I don't know them personally, I've only just seen this video. Hopefully they are a good rescue. But wow. I just wanted to share this, I guess, to highlight the importance of caring for your gecko. And, you know, I don't often, fortunately, see geckos in such bad shape. This gecko is actually quite fortunate. It doesn't seem to have any physical symptoms of metabolic bone disease, but of course, internally, a lot of things could be going on. But I really hope that it has a speedy recovery. Yeah. That was quite disturbing. But thank you to Emlyn, a patron of this channel, for bringing my attention to this video. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, as long as it's not too graphic, I really don't want to see animals suffering, let me know. But thank you for watching, and goodbye.